So my name's Louise Pedlar, and my little boy Noah is almost 5. He was born with spina bifida, which we found out about at our 20-week anomaly scan. We were given quite a bleak outlook even then for his life. Lots of unknowns, potential complications. But it wasn't until Noah was about 1 we received his life-threatening diagnosis. So it was on his first birthday actually. We received a phone call from our local paediatrician who'd had a recent MRI result telling us that he had what's known as a hollow cord syrinx in his spine. So it's like a big fluid-filled cavity, but where it was sitting in his spine, it could have detrimental effects in terms of upper limb paralysis and causing a sudden end of life event, and nobody could really tell us when such an event would happen. So it was very much a make the most of every day for as long as we've got him with us, really. We were referred in May 2016, so about 5 months after receiving the diagnosis. Our community nurse suggested referring us to the Children's Hospice, and I think that's the first time it sunk in just how serious it was. And I had, like most people, had this preconception that hospice was the end, like, death sentence kind of thing, and was the outlook really that bleak? So we were a bit apprehensive to begin with about taking it up or what it would be like, but our community nurse was like, "We'll just go and have a look, see what you think." And it was nothing like what we imagined it would be. Everybody is it's just a big family, and it's not a focus on end of life. It's about life and making the most of every single minute that you have for however long you have that time for. So it was a big surprise to us just how much life we would get from the hospice. Yeah. You going to talk, Noah?
You might have turned it off.
Oh, what a beautiful voice, Noah.
What are you singing?
Yeah.
The 4 of us go, so myself, my husband Stuart, Noah's big sister Heidi, who's 8, we all go together. Heidi also gets huge benefits from going. The sibling team have been an amazing support for her, having to deal with huge emotions, and it's hard enough for an adult to deal with, not knowing how long they're going to have their child for, but for a child to kind of process all that information, it's been quite tough for her, and she also doesn't want to burden us with any more. So to have a team that she can talk to about how she's feeling has been really valuable for her, and they have so much fun, so she can't wait to go. She loves going there, and the piano's like sort of in the main lounge, so everybody kind of hears it, so she likes, whilst people are eating or whatever, to play, and a lot of the other children actually find it quite soothing. She likes putting on shows and entertaining people. It's been invaluable just to go to somewhere where you've got so many skilled people, so that that actually if something, if Noah was to take ill, you've got people there who can help. Is a big support. We've built up really strong relationships with our contacts, so just being able to talk to somebody about everything that's going on and them to understand what you're going through. Meeting other families that, although are on different journeys, all have that same cloud of uncertainty, so they can relate to what you're going through. is lovely. Like I say, it's just one big family, and even though we're so close to the hospice, we're only probably not even a mile away. When we go there, we feel like we could be anywhere. We don't feel like we're in Barnstable and Fremington. It's a haven for us, a retreat where we can just go and forget about everyday mundane things. I think everybody uses the hospice differently. It's a very personal choice of what you want to get from the hospice, and it's tailored to your family. So for us, we still do a lot of Noah's cares, but we get the relief from not having to cook, not having to, worry about the silly everyday jobs. You can just focus on both Heidi and Noah and having special time and just making memories that we wouldn't otherwise be able to, because life is just so hectic. What doesn't he love? Honestly, on the school run, obviously we have to drive past the sign for Little Bridge House every day, and he'll always go, Bridge House, I want to go Bridge House. He just loves everything from the moment he sets foot inside the door. He loves the big open space. Actually, being a wheelchair user, there's nowhere he can't go, whereas lots of places it's restricted, whereas he goes there and he can get from one end of the house to the other, and like I say, there's not a stone unturned. He really likes the jacuzzi. So up until last year he had a tracheostomy, so water was quite a high risk, so it was nice being able to experience water in a safe environment, because you didn't have other people in except for your family. What else does he love? The food. Honestly, that's his favourite time, when that bell rings. That's the highlight of his time there. He loves everybody, from the fundraising side of things, the sibling team, the care team, the cooks. He just loves everybody and definitely sees it as an extension of his family.